learning that the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz continues. The global tensions are starting to shake the markets as the Brent Crude prices they have surged $211.54 a barrel. The spike comes amid the fresh concern in the Middle East after US President Donald Trump has said that we might need to restart the conflict, the war with Iran, raising the fears of supply chain disruption and a wider geopolitical fallout. Let me once again go back to my colleague Mayank on this. Mayank, take us through the oil prices as well, because the naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz continue. On the other hand, Iran has made it quite clear that they will also not be reopening that crucial waterway. The global tensions are starting to shake the markets now.
Yes. For people to understand and to break it down to a basic level is that when movement in Strait of Hormuz has stopped, it doesn't mean that the supplies of Iran have stopped. Whatever the fuel and energy it was transporting from Strait of Hormuz, it is only Iran's supply has stopped. No, it is not like that. What I'm trying to signify is that region has a major supplier. West Asia has been world's one of the basic, major, fundamental, biggest supplier of fuel and energy for the world actually. And all right,
so the global tensions are clearly starting to, and they continue to shake the markets. Stay on with us, Mayank. I'll come back to you once again. Let me go across to Sharad Kohli, market expert. How do you look at this? Because the prices of the Brent crude, they continue to surge. At this point in time, they stand at $111.54 a barrel. The spike comes amid the fresh concern and the statement that is coming from Trump saying that we might need to restart the conflict, the war with Iran once again.
Good morning to you and the viewers. I think the prices volatility continues to be seen because the statements coming from Trump, as you rightly said, and from Iran, they are swaying the prices either way. We saw $126 yesterday. After that, some profit booking came. We should not forget that these crude barrels are being traded in the commodity markets as well. For example, COMEX in the US, even in the Indian commodity market, MCX, these are traded. So the prices do get swayed by the statements because there are forward and short contracts taken by these traders on the basis of the news flow. Having said that, there's no doubt about that the supply is completely disrupted because of the 20% flow which used to happen from Strait of Hormuz, which is currently totally barricaded by the US. And I think the threat of war resuming in its full-blown form is obviously looming large over the markets, which is causing a lot of uncertainty. And we should not forget that there are countries like Korea, Japan, Vietnam, which are almost dependent on 90 to 95% of supplies through this route. So that is causing a lot of concern, and some of the countries are being forced to buy at these prices on spot markets. So I think the situation is very uncertain. It is causing great fear of inflation around the world. The prices of consumer goods is also rising. The prices of energy products, every single energy product is rising. And wherever energy is used as a raw material or as an input, the prices are sharply moving up. We saw Hindustan Unilever increasing the prices of consumer goods by 3 to 5%. So you can feel the pinch right in your grocery bill.
All right, so the markets are volatile. In fact, we're learning that the situation is uncertain as well. Thanks so much, Mr. Kohli, for putting that into perspective. With this, we're taking a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.